The blessing of the uncle. This seed is sub 2 hours guaranteed. Well, we'll start out with a piece of art. We are shooting for a sub 2 hour run. Um, that would be a PB. My current PB is 206. And I also need to leave for work after a little bit. So if we're not through this in like a 2 hour and 15-minute run, then we're going to be calling it. 8 bombs. Can't go wrong with that. So we're going to breeze through the rest of this game. We're going to kill only what we have to. Or I guess if it's in our way, we can just pick up some money. Alright, dude. Alright, dude, that's enough. No heart when I need it. Key City. Yeah, we're definitely not going to screw around with a SCART today. Progressive gloves. Okay. It's good. We won't have to worry about finding those later. And we have so many bombs. Could use a few more rupees, but it's not going to be consistent to get them here, so we're just going to motor on. Should be able to pull a really nice escape time here, not having to worry about the bombs. We got everything we need for this to be silly now. Spent 2 seconds to get 5 rupees. I guess we'll call worth. Totally needed that fairy there. Alright, rats. Alright, pretty good escape. 27 seconds off the average. It's a lot of time to save in a small amount of space, so we'll take it. We're now 30 seconds closer to crushing the time. We really want to get that predicted time there down to like, 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's what we have to spend on this game today. So that's what we want. Full heart. Alright. Not worth coming back for, unfortunately. Everyone likes having a full fart, but I'm not going to kill Aghanim just to get it. Even if we do kill Aghanim early, probably not going to take the time to double back for that. I have not doubled back for better items. So, get a bottle. That's great. Then we can check sick kit. Alright, guard, just be there. Get a poke on me on the back, too. That's great. 20 groups. Getting pretty close to what we need for the bottle merchant now. Alright. We're going to do another portrait here. And really close to what we need for the bottle merchant. And with only one heart, I just didn't want to screw around with those guys. Could have been pretty quick to cape past them, but we are still short 8 rupees, and statistically one of these chests is going to have what we need, but for roops, but maybe the guards drop rupees, maybe they drop a heart, but they didn't. We have more bombs. There's the roops we need. There's some more roops. And some more roops. And the 4th piece of heart. Get a second bottle, and this one already has a fairy in it. So we've got one with a blue potion and one with a fairy. So we're in really good shape for safeties. There's a shroom. And a mirror. Alright. We're getting some good items. If we find the lamp, we're good to go up Death Mountain and check a couple things. 100 rupees for 20 rupees. Bad deal. Shame on you, Link. Taking deals like that. And the bow. That's always a great item to find early. Even if we don't get silver arrows for a while, having the bow and not as like one of the first items and not as one of the last items, like in my last seed, is great. And the boots. Alright. Now we go quick. So I guess, do I go back up and check Bonk Rocks before going down to the fountain? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Because, yeah, we'll do that. We'll only take a scoop. And then we don't have to come back for Bonk Rocks, specifically. Alright, dude. Dude's on point today. Guard 80's Wheaties this morning. Ice Rock. Alright, well, you know, definitely not something we're going to need right away, but definitely not something bad to just have in our pocket. We won't be looking for it, assuming Turtle Rock is necessary. Now we can get our library item here. Maybe value, maybe piece of art. Alright, we'll grab it. It's early in the run. I've skipped pieces of hearts before, but it's taken longer to get, and you know, wish I had that heart. So 20 rupees for 20 rupees at the race game. Bad deals continue. Merchants in Hyrule are not out to hook you up today. Alright, yeah, dude. Guards are just on point with this run. They are ready to go. Probably should grab these 5. And there's the hook shot. Alright, that's a great early item right there, actually. It's even more exciting to have early than the bow. We can now check both sides of Death Mountain once we get the lamp or the flute. Plus, we can just demolish these mini moldworms. And we'll see what the generous guy has to offer. Rupees, arrows, bombs. He's the supply guy. More bombs, and a 3rd bottle. Getting the early bottles out of the way, and now we're carrying 2 fairies and a blue potion. We are ready for whatever the world throws at us, as long as I don't keep charging into the monsters. So we're going to check Ice Cave, and then fake flippers up to the hobo, and then we're going to do a save. With the early bow, almost certain that Eastern is going to be required. Cards and bushes, they're just everywhere today. Now in this seed that is a no glitches required seed, we're very unlikely to have the hobo with an item, but doing this early lets us check to see if we have anything on the ledge that we're going to want to come back for. Plus it just eliminates the location. Could have something. Alright, so a full heart there. It's too bad because with the full heart on Agnow's ledge as well, and one there, that means we're going to be down 2 full hearts, unless we make a side trip. And I don't really think it's going to be worth the time to side trip to either of those locations. So we're probably just going to be down the heart in 2 hearts. And hobo had the 5 rupees. Definitely not worth it, but now we know we do not need to come back. Oh, okay, so Eastern is a pendant, but we're going to check Shusher's house before we do the drug deal. One of these locations has to give us the flute, or the book, or the lantern. Because that's what we're looking here to progress. This seed does not require dark rooms. So there's our lamp, so we can do Death Mountain now. And a blue mail. So we're going to leave here. We're going to go do the drug deal. And then we're going to head for Death Mountain. Now, it could be argued that it'd be worthwhile to check what is in the first few chests of Eastern, but we have a progression path already with Death Mountain. We can do Tower of Hera completely, and that is a crystal dungeon. So we're going to go that way. And worst case, we have to double check Eastern. We do it on the back of Palace of Darkness. And Progressive Glove 2. So, if we were to get, you know what, we're going to go this way. We're going to check King's Tomb on our way to Death Mountain instead of doing a Sanctuary Seal. This could pay off, could be nothing. Which I guess is true to say about any location in Randomizer. It could pay off or it could be nothing. But it pays off. Definite payoff there. So we're going right back into Kakariko. We're going to turn in the flute and then fly to Death Mountain. Skip the whole first part of the cave. So right now we got about another hour and 55 minutes before we're out of time on this run. So we're looking good so far. We're going to go back and get the old man's item. All right, and a full heart from the old man. That's not a bad deal. Let's see what we got up Spectacle Rock way. All right, Boulder. $20 rupees on the rock. Piece of heart in the rock, so we're not going to do Spectacle Rock right now. Go do the other side of Death Mountain. We have a couple fairies, so we're not going to sweat being low health right now. But there's a heart under this rock, so we'll grab that. Oh, it's a root. Never mind. Shovel into the loop. So we got another fetch quest. We did turn in that. Alright, the moon curled, so we can actually just check all the Dark World half here, even Hookshot Cave. We can even see what's on Turtle Rock. So that's really opening up some stuff for us while we're right here. Now we can check what's on Turtle Rock, but we don't have the hammer yet, so we can't open it. There's the fire rod. We're getting much further along here. The sea is definitely progressing. Technically, we have everything we need to do Skull Woods now. Let's just take a quick gander over at Turtle Rock, see what we're looking at here for a pendant. Bombos is what we're going to need. Let's see if it's worth it to go over there. It is not. And Hookshot Cave with a bunch of bupkis. So we're going to check Spiral Cave and be satisfied that we cleared Death Mountain 26 minutes in. And some bops. So, alright. So for the first time in, I think, any run that I've done, Death Mountain doesn't pay off huge. I mean, we got the Fire Rod. The Fire Rod's great. But we're still looking at, I guess we have what we need to do Desert without the book. So that'll be our next stop. I'll clear everything down by Desert. Oh, and I didn't mean to go into the Dark World here, but that's okay. Oh god. Why did I do that? Yeah, I gotta do this anyway. Had to skip over those hammer posts, or I would have been disappointed. So we did mean to go into the Dark World there. Totally did. Absolutely intentional. And we're just going to depend on our fairies here. So if we got it, if we need it, and we will, got the fairy to pop us back up. We even have another fairy after this one, so. Alright, so. We've got 3 item locations left here in Hera before we have to go to the basement. One of them is going to drop the key. So 2 potential item locations. We don't have. Yep. So we're getting an item in the basement. That's what's happening right now. Well, actually, I suppose we could get an item on. Well, what's left? Troll Dorm in the basement, and we have the compass left for dungeon items. So, if Troll Dorm drops the compass, we're going to the basement. If he drops anything other than the compass, then we're clear. Also, gonna have to do a good old-fashioned vanilla Troll Dorm because we don't have a sword upgrade. The good news is we have the cape. Makes it a little better. So once we get him to like freak out, we'll pop the cape on. We're just kidding. All right. And here comes Crystal 1. We are ahead of the average. And we're going back to the basement. That's all right. Predicted time down to a 229. As long as we keep gaining on that timer. We're shooting for a 215 to make it to work on time. Oh, no, we gotta check the basement. Don't leave, Zoran. You gotta check the basement. I know you want to. Nobody likes doing this basement room that just wastes time. But it could be a very important item down here, so it needs to be done. And it's not a very important item at all. Alright, so we will save and quit to the sanctuary, kiss the priest, and fly to the desert. It sounds romantic. And we still have a lot left to check in the Dark World, so we are going to check a few. We're going to check the locations around Misery Mire before we go in. We'll also check and see what pendant we need to open it. We already know we need bombos for Turtle Rock. So let's see what we need here. It is bombos as well, so one bombos gets us in. Of course, we've not done a Dark World map check yet. We'll do that on our way out of here. And we'll pick up a clean 100 rupees, but not a waste of time. Needed to check it, but definitely didn't progress us there. Alright, Fighter Shield, Progressive Shield 1. It's worth the 4 seconds to go pick it up. Maybe we'll block something with it. Really, we just want that so that we can get the better shields later. Whoops. Check the ledge first. 20 groups. That's right, our time is still good. We are gaining time, not losing it. So we have more and more options to go after this. So this room is definitely, or this, we're definitely not on the wrong path. We're definitely not losing time. Yet. We forgot to do our Dark World map check, so we still don't know what we're looking at there, but after we complete this dungeon, our next step is going to be to go into Dark World into overworld locations, so that's just fine. Another piece of art. And there's our big key. And there's our burrito. So, Landmolus is going to have an item for us. we have everything we need to do quite a bit of progression in the Dark World, so so it's not likely that let's just pop it into our map check. I'm curious. All right. Pendants in Thieves Town and then Palace of Darkness. All right. So that's interesting. Now, this is probably going to be a gold split for Crystal 2. We have the Fire Rods, so Land Molus is going to go very quick. Doing it like that is going to let me grab that pot and not aggro the Cyclops on the way back. And then we'll be going into full magic, and we're planning to use the Fire Rod, so... And we'll miss a whole bunch. Alright. There we go. Quick Land Molus right there. Get some bombs from them. And there's Crystal 2. And the gold split. Predicted time is down to a 2:21:55. We are getting closer. Alright, so we're going to leave here and check Agnes. And then we're going in and checking some Dark World locations. Dark World, Overworld. We do not have the hammer yet, so... Alright, there's the flippers. So a Zora check could be called for. Let's do the Zora first. Because that could... If that has the hammer, it's really going to tie us up to not have the hammer. If we get that, there's a couple more things we can check on our way around in the Dark. It's great because Swamp is a required dungeon this run, so we would have needed those flippers. If we didn't check Agnes, we would have been pretty bummed to have to check them again. Now, if we had the hammer, we could, instead of doing this, do Catfish and then mirror out and check Zora, and that would be more efficient. But since we don't have the hammer, we would have to kill Aghanim to do that, and that would lose us all the time that the pathing route would save. And it doesn't pay off anyway, so we will save and quit out. the shovel, but we'll just mirror and check at the same time as Stump Kid. Sword upgrade would be really tight. A lot of arrow and bomb chests are out of the way early here, so hoping we get some good stuff soon. Check. We'll check the first 4 chests in Thieves Town. While we're right here. We're going to get another seed where they're not going to give us the book right away. And that's okay. So we already got Desert down. So there's just the bombos and ether tablets that we haven't been able to check, and then of course the pedestal. There's a big key, so we're looking at potentially an item here if it's not the compass. Or key, I guess it could be a key. It's a key. Alright. Well, we're going to mirror out. We're not going to go any deeper in here right now. We got lots of other places to check. And the theme of the day is having to go back to Thieves' Palace even though it's not required. So, don't want to break the theme. There's a 300 rupee chest. Do the digging game. And I think our first dungeon of the day of the Dark World is going to be Swamp. There's our Bombos tablet. That's an important find. That'll open up both Misery Mire and Turtle Rock, which are both required. So we'll check Stump Kid, or we're going to check Ledge, Shovel, Stump Kid. There's a bug catching net. We'll grab it because we might be able to snag up some fairies later. That could be very useful. And we'll just screw that up so now the guards get to focus a whole bunch. Oh, good, there was an extra guard in there. Some kid had a bunch of money. Bombs there. Alright, so we're going to double back and check the frog. Check the breadsmiths. And then we'll go straight from Hype Cave, or straight from there to Hype Cave, and then from Hype Cave straight into Swamp. So we've got a decent path laid out ahead of us. We've got some of the items that we're going to need. We're really looking for silver arrows and the ice rod and the hammer. And then we're on go mode. So Oh, and the Cane of Samaria. But we have a lot of places left to check still. We have overworld places left to check. So I can grab the lunchbox and do that here too. Although the lunchbox doesn't make as much sense, but we have everything we need to do Swamp, so shouldn't put it off. Our boss is going to be pretty rough with a sword 1 though, so. So now I think we will mirror out here to leave a portal down. We're going to fly to the bandit. It's going to open the lunchbox. And we're going to check Graveyard Ledge before we check that cave. Really looking for a sword upgrade before we have to do Swamp. Alright, well there's the hammer. And that's going to open up some more Dark World locations for us. We're going to be able to check Catfish and the Pyramid. Oh, shut up. And since we're right here now, we're going to check Peg Cave. A little out of order, but hey, why not? Alright, an ether. Definitely not a required item, we know that to be the case, but it makes me feel good to pick it up, so we'll do that. Yeah, so we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna actually fly. We're gonna light worlds, stay in the light world, and fly to. Oh, we have a cave. We gotta check Bumper Cave. We got an early cave. Bumper Cave could pay off here. Not that I ever wanted to, but it could be worth. Could take a death here. Nope, it's a piece of art. Oh, that tree does that? Okay. We're going to step in and kiss the priest because we are kind of low on life here, and rather not take a death or use a fairy if you don't have to. All right. Arrow capacity upgrades, so definitely not worth there. Really, all we're doing at this point is trying to get as much stuff as we can before we start doing these later dungeons. And then we'll be confident on the overworld locations before going in. Our predicted time is still pretty close to what we're hoping for. Again, we're shooting for that 2:15. Check the pyramid item. Get bopped a couple times for fun. And there's 10 arrows. Alright, so that was definitely not what we call value. Now when we hit catfish, we're just going to mirror out and flute directly to swamp. Swamp is just going to super suck without it. Actually, we may go into Eastern. Check for that sword upgrade, maybe a couple more hearts before we go all the way over there, because we're really not looking forward to that boss with having to do 3 or 4 sword slash just to kill each cream puff. So hoping for Master Sword. Hey, look at that. Alright, so we will not be dipping down. We're just going to go directly to Swamp, and we'll check Hype Cave there too. Hype Cave could definitely have Tempered Sword in it, or something worthwhile. Master Sword. Alright, taking damage for no reason. Brian's Cane. That's definitely not too hype. Get a 3rd bottle. Tempered Sword. Full Heart. Butter Sword. Alright, well, ask and ye shall receive, I guess. Is that our 4th bottle? We have 4 bottles right now? We have all 4 bottles and Butter Sword. Alright, so yeah, we're at this point now just looking for silver arrows and the Cane of Samaria. And then not die here. Yeah, silver arrows and Cane of Samaria to be on go mode. That's not bad. Oh, and I can check off. I have 2 crystals right now. I have crystal 2 and crystal 7. Alright, so from here, we're going to do our full clear here. And then we're going to go to Skull Woods next. Now, half magic would still be nice to get, so that's out there somewhere. And let's see. do have a ferry, so we're not sweating the 1 heart. I always check that pot like I'm hoping it has something. Give me some. Give me some. It's always nice because you don't have to come back for the big chest afterwards. Feels like all the time the boss here drops the big key for me. And the book. Alright, well that lets us check a few more things. Stop it! Now we should be right on pace grabbing this crystal. Buttersword's going to make the boss go very quick. And realistically, I'm about to take a death any second now. A death with a fairy. Fairy will bring me back up. It's not the end of the world. There's the death. Oh, that would have been great if I had known that was going to happen. What are the odds of that? Shouldn't need the money, but we'll grab it anyway. Money's never bad. Alright, there's the burrito. We're now confident this wing of the dungeon is cleared. We'll move on to the end. Alright, we have crossed the 1 hour mark, so we are now in, need to be done within an hour to TV. We need to be done within an hour and 14 minutes to not be late for work today. So, we're on track. We can do it. The predicted time is a little inflated because of some really trolly shit. So if we don't get trolled here, and there's the red mail. That's going to help us stay afloat. And we're even going to be a couple minutes ahead on the Crystal 3, so... There it is. Okay. Doing pretty good now. Pretty good time. Went back up a little bit, I think, there, but we're still doing all right. So we're going to mirror out. We're going to fly to the potion shop. And go into Skullwoods. Now, while in Skullwoods, we can check the pedestal because we have the book now. The only thing on the pedestal that would really make me come back, I guess, it could be the cane or the silver arrows. So let's hope not for those. Because I am not going to sub 2 hour a pedestal run. Shield upgrade. Asshole. There's the red cane, so that's really good news. We're just looking for silver arrows for go mode, and we have 4 crystal dungeons left to do, so we're in really good shape. Did not get the big key yet, so we're going to keep pressing on here. We even got the cane before we needed it, or before it would save us some time here, so that's just all kinds of awesome. There's our big key. Now we don't have to do a huge double back. All right, oh, missed the drop there. Bye, Super B. Keep fighting the good fight. Don't need this key, but I'd feel silly not grabbing it. Alright, so we're looking for hearts or couch cash here. We're definitely not looking for silver arrows. Oh, it's the blue boomerang. Okay. No pedestal. No pedestal confirmed. I'm good, Marcel. How you doing? Appreciate you checking in. Alright, we know Mothhill is going to have the compass. Oops. Forget that key. We don't need it. Alright. Let's see what we get. Alright. Shit more off the predicted time there. I think we're going to Ice Palace next. overworld locations I haven't checked, or the only places I haven't checked that we could have silver arrows is independent dungeons. So it's either independent dungeons or the dungeons that we're about to do. And we have everything we need to go all the way to Ganon without the silver arrows. So I think that's going to be our path. And worst case, we go into Ganon and fight him until he gives us the hint on where it is. So we're going to full clear all this stuff. And that's a bummer. But okay. No big key there means we can't open the big chest anyway, so we're going to move around. No, um, no magical powder means no anti-fairy shenanigans, so won't have that crutch. There's our big key. Still looking for, well, still gonna find the compass, so it's either gonna be here or. Alright. So that means Cold Stare has. Well, we do have the big chest to check. I speak too soon. Alright, so Cold Stare has an item. And the good news is we can skip a bunch of time by having the cane. Big shout out to Cane Samaria for helping us out here. Save a bunch of time off this dungeon. Overall, we are going to go in here actually and grab the switch. We'll go back up and get a fairy. Spend a little bit of time to be a lot more safer. We'll take a 30-second bathroom break after this. Alright, here's a good quick Cold Stare. It's going to have an item. It is a piece of art. There's crystal 5. We're going to pause there for a minute. All right, and we're back. Predicted time is down to the 2:18. And we have about 45 minutes till we're cranking. We got just under 40 minutes. All right. So I think before we go into Meyer, we are going to check Eastern Palace. Eastern Palace is like a 3 or 4 minute thing, and that definitely offsets the amount of time that it would take to full clear Misery Mire as opposed to go mode Misery Mire. So if we get the Silver Arrows here in Eastern Palace, it will definitely be a time save. There's our big key. Red keys. Just had a fully nude moment there. There's our burrito. And the compass, so almost has an item. Definitely not ideal. So we get to check one more chest before we go to Armos. And if it's not there, then we have to go all the way through the rest of the dungeon, which still with Eastern Palace is very quick. This is the quickest dungeon. Even Thieves Town would be pretty quick to go back and do, but if we don't find it here, we're going straight to Misery Mire, and then Turtle Rock, and then Ganon's Tower, and we're going to let Ganon tell us where the arrows are, if we don't find it by then. Alright, we get a Quake. Still have to do Armos. Armos has an item. and all for 10 euros. Alright. To Misery Mire we go. Got about 45 minutes before we need to abandon the ride. Alrighty. I dislike greatly doing full clear Misery Mire. Especially when I only have 8 hearts. 8 hearts this late in the run is very, very rare. I mean, I know where there's 2 hearts, but I'm definitely not going to stop and kill Aghanim right now, and I'm definitely not going to go back for that other heart on the island. That's great. Oh, and I actually need to use one of my blue potions here because I have had a magic. That's right, I can buy some more before I go into Turtle Rock. There's the big key, but gotta full clear it, so we're gonna go to the basement anyway. Damn it. Sweet. I didn't keep track of those anymore. We gotta leave, and we gotta go back to get the big chest, and then we'll come back. So all we have left for item locations are big chest and vitreous. And vitreous has the item. I swear the laser fire dudes in that room, they did their homework last night. They are up all the time. Doing something. We have 2 fairies though, so we're not like, you know, screwed right now. It could be better. Alright, there's crystal 6, so we're making really solid progress. I think we're going to check Fat Fairy before we go, just so that we don't have to do that after. Sub 2 hours is going to be pretty tough now, though. Even if I get the silver arrows here, I think we're still looking at like a 2:10 probably. My Turtle Rock just isn't fast enough. You know, if it were Thieves Town required instead of Turtle Rock, I would be hype as hell to get the sub 2 hour, but I don't think it's going to happen here. I'd have to have like a immaculate Turtle Rock and Ganon's Tower with like the early key. Could still PB. Could definitely still PB off this, but well, I was kind of hoping not to see that item, but I think we're gonna be checking the Spooky Bat. Just gotta eliminate those possibilities, you know. Oh, stupid girl. And Spooky Bat had the mirror for me the other day, so maybe he's got the silver arrows for me this time. Nope. Gets me a heart, though. So, to Turtle Rock we go for a full clear. I'll buy another blue pop while I'm here. Now I have to open it anyway, so we're going to go up in the light world. Look at that, full inventory there. No silver arrows, but hey. Damn it. There's our big key, but still need to do the full clear. Gotta get them silver arrows. We don't have any mirror shield, so laser room is going to be a bitch. It's only our third full heart. Alright, we're going to check Mimic Cave. It's part of our full clear. Does not pay off. There's a compass, I believe. There's still one location to check before Trinex. Trinex has the item. Oh, well, there's the laser gun. Oh. having a total fucking moment right now. Really? Alright. Gonna have to use cape strats in the laser room. Or I'll just, you know, take a ferry. Fucking, why not? Burn a ferry for no reason. Alright. We do need to cape, though. There's our key, and now we're out of magic. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, man. Thought that was Silver Arrows for a second, and I almost lost my shiz. Alright, so, good news. We're definitely gonna get a good time on this crystal. Bad news is, we do not have Silver Arrows, and we're going to get it. Alright. Trinex does have an item, though. Maybe Trinex drops the Silver Arrows. It'd feel pretty faded, right? Nice Miggies. I'm going to pause for a brief bathroom break after this. 100 rupees. And they're split 7. And bathroom break. All right, we're back. We're going to Ganon's tower. And we'll go right into the Ganon fight and let him tell us where his arrows are. Can check Spike Cave too. Could be Spike Cave. Well, we'll know if he says it's on Death Mountain that they were in Spike Cave. If you are just tuning in now, I am short the silver arrows. And the plan is to let Ganon tell me where they are, because all that's left is a bunch of pending dungeons, and I'm not going to waste my time searching. There's the silver arrows. All right. Well, bad news is we're going to right side. Good news is we have the silver arrows. We can just go into Ganon. So we're still not going to PB here, I don't think, because we don't have the big key. But silver arrows hype. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, whoops. Can't go upstairs yet. We have about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes to finish this up before we have to abandon the run because I'll be late for No! Right side is such ass. Holy crap. Well, at least that was worth it. Alright, moving right along. Alright, we are now within realm of the 215 that we're shooting for. We have obviously passed the 2-hour mark. So no sub 2 hour today. I didn't check so many things looking for the silver arrows and just trusted what my uncle said from the beginning. We got 3 fairies, okay? We got 3. Now, because I have very few arrows, I'm going to fire out this instead. We'll miss a whole bunch, so now we'll just sword slash. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Yeah, it's getting real bad in here now, guys. Real bad. Still have 3 fairies. I think I may actually need to use my. Motherfucker. Oh, now we're doing the room over again. Guarantee it. Yep, there it is. Alright, we're gonna all go out. And fall down the hole again for fun. There's the mirror shields. Okay. Also would have taken half magic, but okay. Alright. Nice quick Aghanim too. I think we just go straight into the Ganon fight. I think we do it. Got 4 fairies, got full magic. We just have to do it, not be terrible. And I can die over and over and over again in there. The important thing is just not using my magic. I think I have 3 fairies. We'll check. 3 fairies. Alright, yeah, well, we got fairies. We got fairies, we got butter sword. We're just not going to run out of magic. And yep. Keep in mind, deaths are okay. I've got 3 of them. I just can't run out of magic. Yeah, I found the Arizona tower. We'll just man mode it. Fuck it. Fuck that Ganon fight. We just did it. Easy peasy. Didn't even need a fairy. Just boss mode it. Hardcore. Alright, well, we didn't get the sub 2 hour, but we did get the sub 215, and that's still pretty good. 214.36. Not bad. Not what I was hoping for. But with that, I must be off for work. Thank you for those who popped in throughout the stream, and I'll catch you all next time.